Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hates the Name Plays Monster Train. So last time we had a successful win run as the Hellhorned with Allied Clan Umbra on Covenant rank 8, as you can see here. And checking the logs, I think it's been the longest since we've done a Stygian Guard run. And looking through them, I saw that we have no wins yet with this particular combination. I can kind of see why. This might be kind of a rough pairing, as Stygian Guard is largely spell-based and Melting Remnants, they kind of have a weird moving units sort of situation going on. But we'll see if we can make it work. And then what's our new Covenant rank? 9. Your Pyre takes 20 damage at the start of the run. Okay. I think we'll still end up leveraging that as much as possible. Let's see. You're going to sap our units again. We have offering tokens times 2, which means that we are happy to see most of the offering spells. Some drip fall, that's potentially pretty strong, though it's very unit based and Stygian Guard's going to be very spell heavy. But maybe we can make something work well with that. And then a Cuddle Hex. I'm not crazy about them, but maybe they'll prove me wrong and end up being very worthwhile. Right off the bat here, we have the option to go Frostbite, and considering we have the unit-based descending in units, and then I know these can work with those Titan's Tooth, I think they're called, that do Frost. Maybe we'll try for a Frost build. Hopefully we get the Frost option, and we did. Honestly, oh yeah, there's a build where he makes spells cheaper. Feel like we haven't seen that one in a long time. Okay, so we're gonna turn this on. Granted, our Pyre is 20 health down, and this guy could get pretty tough for us. We're likely to take some damage here. I'm hoping we don't end up actually just dying straight out. It's a possibility, I won't lie. So you're doing 7 damage, means we can afford to put that guy out front as a blocker. Is there... not there, but is there a card that we want to put in here? I mean, maybe this guy? Actually, fitting in these dregs would be kind of nice too. So let's just hit this guy as hard as we can, and good, he'll die. Now our train steward is not long for this world. You're already dead to frostbite. So are these two units, but if we could kill this guy before he gets to attack, that'd be excellent. We'll just dump this dead weight. So that's fine. What do you get when you gain a damage shield when you deal the killing blow? Ah, that's a bit rough for us. If I do this, it'll just discard whatever I draw, so there's no point to it. So we're gonna lose both train stewards. Nothing to be done about that, really. This guy has enough frostbite that we don't even have to worry about him. And I think we put up a train steward to block with, and then put up a couple of these guys. Maybe we put him in for a little longer lasting damage, plus... Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. He's gonna make one of our cards freeze, so let's put this unit, although this would give him a kill. I mean, not that that's terrible, but there's no point in it. Maybe I'll just put him here, and then we'll descend him next round if we decide that's the right call. Probably won't be, but it gives us options anyways. Alright, we'll do this to get rid of the dead weight. So we can set up a unit on the second floor and descend it, and I think that's literally one of the only things we can do here, so we might as well. And then let's just hit this guy. You know, he's taking 106 out of 124, so I think we're doing pretty good so far. We'll put this guy down here, just so that he's there for the next round. Yeah, and the frost alone is already going to kill him, it looks like. It is, so... Problem taken care of. We didn't take any extra pyre damage here, so that's awesome. We got our reward. extra good, and this is what we're looking for. Frostbite and Offering, yes, yes please. Now we have an interesting kind of options here. So if we're going Frostbite, I gotta kind of consider this. So we want to protect him, obviously. We want to gain lots of Frostbite spells and make use of the offering with our offering tokens. What do we want from our allies? Maybe the ability to bring units back? I'm not sure. We could use this. We could take this and just try and buff its health to make it into a bit of a tank that also happens to deal damage. We could use this and, he does reasonable amount of damage. I think we'll take him as sort of a cheap tank to put out front. Spell weakness, darn, we were really hoping for the one that adds frost as well. Now she's reasonably tough. I don't think we really want the Siren of the Sea here. She doesn't get strong enough fast enough. And we're looking for more frost-focused units rather than spell weakness or spell casting. So I guess we'll take her because she's reasonably strong. She's got lots of health, lots of decent amount of damage. We do want no, we want a Stygian unit because we really want frost. So let's hope we get lucky. Hey, we did. That's super nice to see. Now we really want to upgrade her. Would it be worth making her endless? I'm not totally convinced. Making him endless though, that's got a certain appeal. Making her do more damage, also quite nice. This would be fine on one of these guys. Or even on her, actually, now that I think of it. And we are out of money, so that's reasonably good upgrades, I think. We do kind of need to pick up a stronger tank. We can kind of use that one lady as a tank, and we can keep casting that one extinguish unit as a single hit taker. Not a good word for it, but you know what I mean. As a unit that can tank a single hit for the others. I was thinking of using this guy to tank, and actually that will work. Granted, it's going to... Oh, he has Incant. I thought he was the same as the other guys, but he's not, which is even better. I'll set up like this. No point in casting either of these, so carry on. Okay, so we got her here for the sake of being a tank. He's already dead. Might as well just... Well, actually, he's already dead too. What do you get from incanting? +1 damage? You're already dead, so there's no point in doing that. You're already dead. I guess it makes sense just to set this guy up somewhere, and we'll put him up here. Sure. Put 2 of them up there. So, like, she's gonna burn out. That's my only problem with her as a tank, is that she's just not she's destined not to last. So, do we have to be... Frozen card is end of turn. Apply frozen to a random card in hand. Okay. Okay. We'll just throw this out and then keep this around. So you're gonna burn out, but then everything else is dead. So we're problem solved. I would like to be able to put this unit in here somewhere. So that means we maybe want to consider getting an extra capacity here. That said, I mean, we do have the ability to descend units, so it could potentially make it work that way. So we apply a whole bunch of frost, and he dies. We are, of course, very much hoping to see that card that we'll take this one. We're hoping to see that card that doubles frost damage. This is not a bad option. This is also not a bad option. This one, for any of our burnout units, this is just a nice buff. Slash keeps them going for more turns. And then this one, obviously, just for the sake of bringing them back. I'm going to start with Wicklash. They're both common cards, I believe, so there's potential. I think we have to go with him, but I do recognize that Legion of Wax did one time basically win us the game. So there is a very strong temptation. I admit there's part of me is like, okay, we take him, we make him strong at a merchant, and then we buff him, or then we duplicate him, and we put him on every floor. There's certainly an element to that that's very, very appealing. Unfortunately, our first duplicate is right here, and we don't get to buff him yet. We could buff him here and here, and then we would duplicate here. It's pretty late in the game, but it is like we could totally pivot our strategy. Whew. I think we do it because we have enough. We have a first floor already, and we have two open floors that we don't really have a good option with or for what to do with. So I do think that this is okay. Now we could go here. We could duplicate him right now, and then we'd have to buff both times, probably, just to make him worth a little bit more. But that said, not a terrible option. I think we'd probably be better off though, just ending up there. Which case we don't really want to duplicate unless there's something else in our deck that I haven't even considered. I guess we could duplicate the Titan's Tooth. Doesn't really need to be upgraded to be worth having another one. Realistically, I'd be more happy about going this way if there was a vent that we could get rid of, or a vortex, I mean. But I guess we could use the health because they started off taking away some of our health, so we'll go this route. I'm not crazy for permafrost. That upgrade doesn't seem worthwhile to me. Although it does do that damage to every unit, so actually there's some potential there, but still not too crazy about it. I think we do want to do this for the simple fact, or simple reason being that sometimes we'll draw it without drawing the offering tokens, and this just makes it playable. I think that's fine. If we do this, we only have enough for like a very small amount. I think we're better off actually just cutting a card. And now we kind of don't need nearly as many units. Let's see what we get out of here. This could be a very interesting... What? The blacksmith. Have we seen her before? So we get a rail spike. Whoa. What's it do? It's an X cost, deal 5 times X damage. Slay. Add a permanent copy of this card to your discard pile. Or a 0 cost 1/2 with 1 health, multi-strike 1, That's the 2. Um, Extinguish. Add a permanent copy of this card to your discard pile. Oh boy. I don't know if we want that. Like that would just both of these will fill our deck. I mean, this only will if we slay with it. So I guess that has some potential there. If we had gone spell weakness, this would have been fantastic for us. As is, putting 2 energy or ember into it to deal 10 damage, it's not great. It does say deal that damage. I don't know if it's going to do it to every enemy on the floor or if it's going to just do it to... I'm worried about flooding our deck with these things, so I'm just going to pass. It's a weird one. Maybe those are great and maybe I'm totally missing out, but I just didn't see it. Alright, they get a damage shield. It's pretty annoying, honestly. We have a hard time hitting the back unit to begin with. So does the damage shield block the frostbite? I think it might. That or they just blow up before frostbite matters anyways. That's very possible. This is a solid setup, I think. Now, there, we'll get you dead. Put this up here just in case he potentially does something useful. If the boss goes up, he might... No, if the boss goes up, he puts down a bomb. So I guess he doesn't do anything. Oh well. Here, I think we want to set her up here and then potentially descend her. We'll put this out in front. And let's see what we draw. We could cast this on the bottom floor, so we'll get rid of one of these guys, and they're both the same, so it doesn't matter which. I think we'll use this guy to tank one hit. Well, never mind, they'll all die, so we don't have to. So with these guys constantly breaking apart, it makes it pretty easy on us. I think we can end with this pretty easily. Are you gonna break apart, or you're already as broken up as it gets? Yeah, you're the bottom. You're as broken up as they get. So we could give you an extra 5 attack. Could give you an extra 5 attack, so that when they come out, they're only gonna have a couple rounds of surviving, but that's maybe okay. I kind of want her to come back around. So I'll put this unit at the top here, I guess. And we'll just hit them with the daze. The bombs survived. Stupid bombs. Alright, we want to do this. Start with this. Oh boy, I didn't realize he had an incant in there. So we accidentally gave him a little extra damage. Oh well. 16 damage or 5 damage that freezes a card in our hand? Sure. I was hoping it would freeze the other one. So we're gonna need to replace the tank down there soon. Once both of them die, so that'll be this turn, we'll have the space to put down something. Not a 3-pip unit though. But she's only 2 pips, so if she comes back around properly, like, not properly, but at the right time for us, then that works out. Oh, he doesn't do enough to kill this thing. That's really unfortunate. So we could do this. I guess that just hits him. Oh, no, I was thinking it would hit him, and it looks like it will, so that's good. We just need to kill you. Sure. And then hit him with a little more damage. He's gonna die to frostbite, probably. Yeah. Or the unit at the top, I guess. Perfect. This cleared up just enough room for her to fit in here. And now he's dead. I could descend a unit to the back to add another 5 damage, I guess. And then we can cast this guy up here. And we'll just speed this along. Boom. I don't think we need this. This is interesting. But we don't try to kill any of our units. So I mean it's not amazing for us. Likewise, we don't try to kill any of our units, but I think this is pretty easily playable. So I'll take it. Darn, I really wish you were the other shark. The other shark's just so much better. I think we skip here. Do we need energy more than we need capacity? I'm inclined to say yes, because we can descend. We can descend units, so we don't need to hold out for that. Here's the deal. Either we go this route, could be alright, but we don't have a lot of money, so I mean, we don't get the opportunity to get the upgrades we love necessarily. Or we go right here, then left on this one, and then left here again if we still need some unit upgrades. So I think that's our better option. We'll get a free artifact. Honestly, I think this might be very worthwhile. I know this is super good. Apply daze 3 to enemy units that are moved between floors. If we use our descend on enemy units, we can drop them and get 3 turns of daze out of them. So if we drop them to the bottom floor from the mid floor, they go through the train without even attacking the rest of the way. But I think this is pretty solid for our, what's his name? Our Legion of Wax. That's what he's called, right? Yeah, Legion of Wax. Because granted it gives him 3, and you only need to give him 3 once to give every unit that he turns into 3 health. But okay, you convinced me. We don't need the pyre health, but well, just grab it. We did want that money though. And yeah, we're gonna keep stacking frostbite here. See, this is the conduit. That's the other build that we still haven't really finished, but now's not the time. Restoring them to full health is kind of rough. We don't do a lot of damage on upper floors right now, and and the frostbite kind of loses a lot of its kick when they're healing that much. But we are going to Merchant of Steel, which has pyre health, so let's leverage our current health into a artifact. So now the big concern is over keeping these units going, and we'll kill that guy, so that's a good start. We want Legion of Wax here, I think. I'll set this guy up here, and I'll put him up here, and then... Oh, I should have held that over. Actually, never mind. I'm glad I didn't hold it over, because it means we got a kill on both of them. You're already dead. Oh, I just remembered. Endless on this guy is super strong. We really need to get this guy buffed, but that's our plan anyways, so, you know, we're gonna do it. We do have an upgraded drag, it just never seems to show up for us. They're already dead, so we don't need to put another drag out there. Then again, I don't know what else we're really doing with our cards. One of these is going to be held over, so we got to kind of decide which one we want. And I guess I'll keep the drag around. I should say frozen, not held over, because holdover is slightly different. And in my opinion, slightly better, but neither here nor there. We would like one more capacity. If I could kill this guy off, that'd be great. But I can hold this card, well, I can make it so we have a 50-50 to hold this card over or hold this card over. Again, freeze, not hold over. But, so I guess I'll do that. We don't have room, but that's okay. We'll just do this, put a little damage behind our Legion of Wax. And now we really hope that it freezes her. Hey, look at that. So now he's gonna burn out, and now we can fit her on the floor. Which is exactly what we want to do. Although you're about to burn out, which is rough. Let's do this. It didn't kill the back two units, and they're gonna survive. 6 damage is not enough to kill him, so he's gonna survive up to here. I guess let's put this down. She's gonna burn out, unfortunately, so we have no tank down there. Hopefully we draw something. We did. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work. We can't fit it. Good that you're dead. If we descend this, we can play him. I think that's maybe our best option. If we hit this guy for 6, he dies. So actually, that's pretty solid too. If we daze them, I don't know if they actually die or take any extra damage, so I'm not sure that's worth it. Let's start here. This isn't exactly what I was looking for. We could do nothing. Descend. Legion. Doesn't really help our bottom floor. Doesn't help kill more than these 2 units. So we're still gonna take some damage on our pyre, but that's okay. We kind of planned for our pyre to potentially take some hits. This is where we kind of like, we would love to put a unit out. We could descend one of these, but it doesn't really help much. Same with descending these guys. They only clear up a little bit of space. Basically, we can't play this guy. There's just not enough room for him. So we might as well do this, and we'll ditch him. I think we're going to end with this. We might as well not move anything here. We could try and kill this guy. 21. It's going to be 27. Plus 5. It's not enough. Oh, we have this too. So add another 12 damage to that, and we got 33. And then if we put this on one of our guys, it's actually enough. Doesn't help us down here, and it uses all of our ember. But we could potentially let that go and then try to make the kill happen here. What does this do for us? This buys us 1 extra turn. you get to put self-mutilate in our hand when you kill one of our units. That's gonna kind of suck. You're gonna kill him in one hit, you're gonna kill him in one hit, then you're gonna take 2 hits to kill her. So you are gonna get hit with Frostbite 20, 26, 29, I think. So 31. Or we can make that significantly higher. So I think we do have to do this. And there's no point attacking him with any spells if we're not going to kill him. So we might as well make our unit deal a little more damage back here. It only gives him 2 rounds, but let me think. First round attacking that, killing it. Second round he's attacking that and killing him. But if we daze, it's going to be 1 round of doing nothing, and then second round killing that, and then he'd be gone. So I don't think we want to do that to him. We can just add 5 damage here. Doesn't do much for us. I'm really thinking this one through because there doesn't seem like there's a lot we can do to make this floor stronger. We could descend something behind. It would just give us a few more rounds back there to dish damage. It's not terrible. Like if we put him behind. But I don't really know what we hope to get out of it. So let's just do this and pass it along. So you should be quite frosted. Yeah, 29, and you are dead already. So let's just get this crap out of the deck. And there we go. I'm glad we killed him there because we were getting so many of those crappy things in our hand. We'll take this, it's fine. Frostbite on Incant or Frostbite applied across all units. 6. I think that's the better choice just because we don't have a ton of room already. We could make use of this, so I'll take it. Like even if it hits one of our Legion of Wax boys, they have the ability to summon more of themselves, so it kind of works out. So I think it is worth giving him some HP, and then the other one we want to do is give him a whole bunch of attack. So we're not going to put this on him, obviously, but we can just buff one of these peeps up. We'll reroll here. Yeah, this is what we want to see on our, where is he? On our Legion. And now he's a pretty solid build, I think. Make one of these guys stronger. And then we kind of want to be purging like a lot of excess stuff. We'll start with the train stewards because I think I'd kind of like to get some of these drags out of here, but they're easier to use, even just to like tank hits, than our train stewards are usually. And honestly, now that we can like put endless on our Legion of Wax, I almost feel like we don't need to duplicate them anymore. In which case, we can pivot our focus back to making spells stronger for us, particularly the ones that apply frost. We might want to, if possible, I would like to upgrade our Titan's Tooth. Yeah, Titan's Tooth to apply some more frost. Yeah, like if we could double stack that, that'd be great, and then we could duplicate it. Maybe get a holdover on one of our offering tokens. That would also be pretty solid. So they're already dead to Frostbite alone. They make each other stronger when they die. Wait, no, they're not dead because we gave them a whole bunch of armor. Yikes. Okay. Is it worth putting him out here? And I think the answer is probably yes. Here we would really like to get Endless on him before he cracks apart, but we will do what we need to make it work. Let's give him another couple rounds of burnout since he's stronger. You're not dead, actually. It's the rare occasion where that unit doesn't die immediately to this. We do like that a lot. I'll set her up here. She can kind of be our final floor for now. Until she burns out at least. Yeah, so we're running close. We have to draw that Endless book soon, otherwise he's gonna break up. Didn't get it yet, but we have potential. I think I'll ditch one of these, and then let's see what we get from this. Well, play that for free. They're all gonna die. I guess they were all gonna die anyways. Didn't gain a lot by doing that, necessarily. Let's put him in front to tank for our unit at the back. Smack him, and then might as well. Save this guy another round. Still no Endless book. That's pretty unfortunate. You aren't dead yet, which is just insulting. You aren't dead yet either, which is actually really nice. So let's descend you, and we'll put. Oh right, he's dazed for 3 rounds now. Well, he's gonna take 22, 35, and then 30, so he's already dead. We don't need to worry about doing any more to him. That said, I think I will put this guy out here. These guys don't incant, do they? No. So let's just do that. So I think we're bound to draw our Endless card now. It's a little late because this is going to be the boss fight, so maybe we'll get to summon him and put him on the second floor, actually. In which case we should plan. You're going to burn out. You're going to die. That's fine. Let's put this behind. I'll see what we get out of this. Is there something I want to descend? I could descend this unit back here. Doesn't really apply. It doesn't really deal any more damage to the boss than if it's here. So I guess not. I mean, I could descend him down. It's an idea. Takes away a turn from that guy, though. Like a turn of getting hit by the boss. And I don't know if we want to do that. We don't want to send him. Actually, that's not true. Descending the enemy just, it dazes him, so he'll die and we don't lose anything. I gotta remember that my ability to descend enemies is extremely strong. We'll do this to ditch the dead. Well, I mean, yeah, we could still ditch the dead weight and use this to discard the other card. We don't really want this on any unit, because they'll burn it instead of getting killed normally. They'll just burn out, so we don't really want to do that. So let's just do this. And now we win. So we would have drawn another Legion of Wax next turn and played it behind this guy up here, and that would have given us a whole bunch more damage. We want more freeze units. We could maybe use Drain. What do you do again? You're gonna sap us? You sap us, I sap you. This could remove that sap effect. So I'll take it. I don't want to fill my deck with too many of those kind of things though. So now we don't want to go to the left because we've already fully upgraded you. We want to go to the right and upgrade our spells. Although free, but still. Let's do spells first, just in case something duplicate or whatever comes out of that cave. I'd rather double stack than that. Can make a good one here. We'll probably want to remove the others. Making Descend cheaper is probably worthwhile. Just because we do like to cast it a lot. Again, I don't know if there's a permafrost target. Maybe this. Maybe this, just so that we have it when the... Like if we draw this before we get the Legion of the Wax cast. Sure. Holdover. Holdover can be quite nice. Put it on a token. That way our offering spells are extremely easy to hit. We'll make another stronger lance. And make you cheaper again. And I'm willing to pay to cut, and this time I think I'm going to cut a crappy lance. Though I'm tempted to cut some dregs as well. I think this gives us the chance to purge. Yeah. So I am fine with doing this. Goodbye, other crappy frozen lance. And we're good to go, I believe. Yeah. It's a shame we didn't get double stack on the Titan's Tooth, because now I'm kind of thinking that might be our duplicate target. Although maybe we want to duplicate one of our frost units. Obviously we can't duplicate him, but then I guess our Cold Salia. And then if we increase the floor size, we could fit another one of these on the second floor with the Cold Salia behind. It's an interesting option. We'll get that out of the deck here. Unfortunately, he's surviving, which means we're going to get more crap in our hand. Fortunately, though, these two shouldn't survive. So we will set you up here and drop you down. Put you up here, and we'll get rid of that. There's nothing to debuff. Yeah, other thing doesn't really count as a buff, I don't believe. Sadly, again, this one's going to survive. I don't think we have a way to kill that unit. Well, we have this way. It's a big expense to take out one little guy. Then again, these two are dying, and this one's pretty close. It would save our Pyre some literally 1 damage. Let's do it. It'll hit the boss too with Frostbite, so I think it's a good idea. Now let's just pull that crap out of our deck. And let's give her some longevity and extra damage. And then sure, why not put a unit to block for her for 1 attack potentially. Now I could descend her, but I don't think, like, the fact that she doesn't survive back here for she only survives for 5 more turns means having her back here isn't amazing. If this comes back around, then it works out. So let's try it, I guess. You're already dead, so we're gonna put this behind. We do want to hold on to that, so let's get rid of this, I guess. Yeah, that's 16 damage one. It's not useless, but still. I mean, we just want to cast this on him right now. This is gonna die, so it'll leave room for a Legion behind there, so let's set this guy up here. And we should draw our Legion of Wax this turn. Perfect, just as we planned. I could discard this instead of casting it. Let's see what we pull out. You know what? So long. You're not dead, huh? 6 more Frostbite make a difference to you? No? Okay. Hitting this guy with the sap doesn't seem too bad. This discards a card at random, so let's make sure we cast what we want to cast first. How long are you left alive for? 2 rounds? Same with him. Alright. Might as well. And we want you sapped, because you're going to survive a little bit. Although I could have sapped the boss maybe, but we'll see if that would have been relevant. She might be about to do final wave soon. You are dead. You are not dead and not taking a ton of damage. This guy would block the damage, but he won't explode, so he's not actually going to deal any damage either. Interesting. If we put him here, that adds a little damage to the boss, and then we can put him here. Let's see what we draw. We don't need this right now. This purges, so I do kind of want to get that out of my deck. So we'll use it on him. That's a slow animation. And then, sure, we'll daze the bottom floor. Think he's going to be easy enough to kill. Granted, he might not already be dead, and he's not. He does 4 damage. Sadly, not enough to kill this unit. Once again. We could just drop him and then he dies. He's taking 3 damage from his frostbite. And you could do 5 damage. Okay, since he's the only one we need to kill. There, now you're taking 13 from it. There, now you're dead. I would like you to be dead so I can put him in front. Let's purge this from our deck though. It's probably a better option than anything else, is just to do this. She's likely to start the final wave pretty soon here. Yep, here we go. And so putting that sap on her is quite nice. She's already dead. We'll purge that. Hey, look at this. We can even buy our unit a couple more turns. Oh, we could have done this. That would have been super. Actually, I'm curious how much frostbite we stacked up by the time she died there. I did not notice though, didn't see it. Enhance friendly units with, but then they get burnout. Burnout 1, so that could be bad. It could be good on our units who already have burnout, like the one lady. What is she called? Lady of the house. Oh, so calling her lady isn't even far off. So it could be good on her, but she's not really our win condition, so we're not going to take it. I do think we want this so that we can set up those 2 floors if we need to. Granted, we have descend, but it's nice to keep our options available there. I'm more tempted by this than this, even though, like, yeah, getting a good artifact and possibly getting something special out of here could really blow this thing wide open. It also has the high potential of just being kind of crappy and doing nothing good for us. We don't need the health here, but we could use some free removal. We have 2 regular dregs we don't care much about. I guess that's about it. Could probably cut one of these offering tokens now that we have holdover on this one. But I would also like to duplicate this. Or I was planning on duplicating one of her, I think, so that we could have one on the bottom floor once we descend them, and one on the top floor once we get the endless version of this one out. And granted, that is that's quite a bit of setup, and I can't guarantee that it's going to work out properly for us super quickly. What else do we have for options? Maybe I do go this way then. We'll go this way to take the chance on blowing this thing wide open. We'll see what we have here. It's not worth a lot to me. A random card in hand is reduced to 0 for the turn. It's also not amazing. It's fine. Let's take a look at what's here before we spend any money. Ah, we got the claw. The claw. This can really mess up an enemy. Like, both of them actually could, but either way they're going to apply dazed 3 because of this. The hook would pull them up into our pyre with dazed 6, meaning 6 times 40. It's like a ton of damage. Or we put them down to the bottom floor where presumably our frostbite units are dealing a whole bunch of frostbite effect, and they get more turns going through the train, getting that huge frostbite stacks. This could save us against a boss technically, because I think we can use it on the boss. No, that's not true. You probably can't ascend. Actually, I think I've seen the boss ascended before. I wonder if you could use this on the boss. So like if they're in the room before the pyre room, unit to the pyre room, yeah, then we could potentially pull them into the pyre room and daze them for 6. Because this doesn't say non-boss units, right? Am I wrong that bosses can be ascended? I feel like it's a possibility. But this costs 0, so we'll take it. It's just easier to use. Plus, it's still dazed 5, which is amazing. Let's hit this up real quick, and we'll take our massive frostbite stacks. We were really hoping to see something with frost effect on it. I can reroll, and I think I will, but I won't be able to afford anything that's super expensive, unfortunately. Okay, so one of these two options is decent. How much consume do we have, though? 1, 1, 2. So not a lot. 3, 3. Still not a lot. This might be our better option. This can be good for breaking like damage shields, which hopefully there won't be too many of at this point, but it's still an idea. Yeah, I'll take it. So that one wasn't amazing. It had the potential to be pretty good, but it didn't turn out to be amazing, that path. We turn on this trial here because if we think we can do it, then 400 gold is definitely worth it. Without that 400 gold trial bonus, we just wouldn't have enough gold to be able to do a lot in the final round. This is unfortunate because we didn't draw a single tank. I could put this guy out just to kill him and kill one of these guys. Ideally killing the front unit. I don't mind that idea, honestly. Sorry, Cuddle Dude. Ah, shoot, we hit the wrong unit. Alright. So, champion's pretty important, so we're gonna put... but what if we draw the Legion of Wax next? We're gonna put her up here. So we do need to draw something to put in front, and we did draw our Legion, so that's awesome. This makes us discard a random card, so let's make it the last card we use. To the bottom floor. So we would put her all the way down here dazed, which would be not spectacular for us, obviously. Let's put you out front. I'm just thinking. I would like to sap him, and I obviously want to discard this. What do we descend? We could descend this just so that we have more rounds to kill it, but if we cast this, it dies, he dies, and he takes a good chunk of damage and gets sapped. The problem is, what do we descend? I mean, I guess I could just do it down here to, yeah, we'll just hit him with Daze. It's not the best use of it, I know, but it's better to kill those two units than descend one of them. And then this guy is going to be so close to dead. Okay, so you're dead to frostbite already, but we're gonna descend you. We probably should have cast this in front first. That would have been smart. I'm tempted to use this to discard him in hopes that we draw something useful. We can always discard this. So I think maybe we set her up here. Although we could put her at the back of this floor if we end up descending. So maybe I'll do this. I really want to get Endless on this unit before we lose them. There we go. Solid. Okay. You are not dead, and that is crummy. Now you're going to take more damage at least. More damage. I feel like this setup is better against bosses than anything else. Let's hit these guys with enough frost to kill all the weak units. What do you gain? Nothing? Good. Good. This will be a good round for that. And then we will daze these guys. I thought he was still dead, and I was like, how? So now he should be dead. So we're going to take a little fire damage. 18, it's no big deal. You are already dead. So why don't we set up just a solid attack floor? It's not getting a lot done, honestly. 2 damage to each of them, but that's just the frostbite. You're the only thing dying. We're just giving this guy like a slay trigger. It's kind of shitty. Excuse my French. It's kind of crummy. Poo-poo. Okay, we like this. We don't obviously need 2 of these, so I guess we'll just do this. And if we get a hammer, we didn't get a hammer. We could do this, because we don't mind if he breaks apart, but at the same time, I'm not sure it's worth doing. Although they're taking 0, I guess just because he's in front. And he's only taking 90, that's not a lot. Let's see what happens here. I mean, we might as well. Sure, it's not terrible. Hey, took out both of his helper units, so that's very nice for us. I feel like doing this will take away the amount of turns we have here significantly. I don't actually know, like there's definitely some math to be done on that, on whether or not it would lead to doing less or more damage. But I guess it just straight up benefits her, so let's just do that. And sadly, you've got lots of health. So our Pyre is going to take a bit of a beating here. Kind of forgot about this guy, honestly. Youch. You are dead, though. So, all in all, that's fine. I probably should have not forgot about that unit at the top. And we'll just crush him to death. So far we have gotten, well, not unlucky I would say, but we haven't gotten lucky and gotten the that Hoarfrost super frost dealing card. We don't really need spell weakness here. We don't lose a lot of units. We already have one, so we don't really need any of these. Got a lot of gold though. Heckin' lot of gold. We're gonna go this route. It's nice to get that that heal. We'll start with the relics. Grant +2 stacks each time it is applied. Does not decay. Yeah. Grant +3 stacks of burnout each time it is applied. Let's do it. I think we duplicate her. Because that was the plan, to put her behind Legion of Wax on a separate floor. Is there something worth removing consume on? Maybe this? We could use it every time. Maybe that. This stacks up frost, which is kind of what we do, but this is just super, like, It's a pretty solid win card in its own right. We'll do that. And we don't have enough to remove anymore, so we might as well use this on something. What do we use it on? Maybe sap? Or drain, I should say. Because we do kind of like to end with this. Or even this, because we end with this. So not having to save that one energy is kind of nice. It's not like super hard to save that one energy, but we do cast it every time we see it, so sure. Wait. Oh, we can afford to reroll, and then... I thought we already rerolled. Am I crazy? Since we didn't end up getting double stack, we'll just put that on there. And then -1 cost. We're gonna play this every time we get it. So we do need the cards to work out for us a little bit. The last fight we had, they didn't really work out for us perfectly, and we ended up taking a chunk of damage as a result. Well, I wouldn't call this perfect by any means. If we do this, we don't leave room for the pardon me, the Legion of Wax, so we'll put her up here. I think we might as well... I hate that you harvest. I think we might as well do this, though. I would really like to drop him, but we can't. Obviously, we need to do something about this situation. We'll apply Daze to him since we can. We didn't save any mana. Well, that was a big misplay. Goodbye, champion. You were a big part of our win conditions, so that's really, really bad. Should probably have put him there, but we'll just defend her with this for now. Kill those units with that. Go after this guy as hard as we can. We're gonna do our best, despite losing our champion very early and very stupidly. I thought I made the descend free because we were gonna use it every time, but I think it was this is what we made free. And yeah, we're gonna suffer greatly because of this. Alright, we'll hit him with that, so that's good. I think this is a fine option for getting this floor kind of set up and going. I think we'll end with this down here. You're dead, so I don't want to descend you. I don't love descending this unit because I don't want him to be hidden and stuff. Like, if I'm going to descend anyone, I don't really know who I should descend. I would like to descend you, kind of, but also we can just cast the other one that we draw down there. So we'll descend him. It'll daze him for 3 rounds. So it's fine. And then we'll do this. We'll hopefully be able to pull this one off. Sorry if you heard those Steam messages. In spite of my own stupidity. Really want to get our book out here. We didn't get it, but that's okay. I think we can still kind of work with what we've got. I don't I don't think we can risk sacrificing a 50-50 to kill this guy, so I think we just gotta let him go. Down here, because she's going to die, and we don't want her to, we can certainly do this. We got unlucky. We were hoping it would hit one of these two really big units, and we were hoping it would hit one of our two small units, and it did the opposite of both of those things, so that's what I would call unlucky. Don't get me wrong, though, I still feel like we put ourselves in this bad situation where we lost our champion very early for no good reason. Let's start with this, and let's get rid of that. I think that's fine. We are out of our burnout units on the bottom floor. We definitely want to sap this guy. I was really hoping he would get hit by one of those tokens, but he didn't. And now we're going to lose him before the Endless gets applied, because we never did draw the Endless card. It's one of our last 4. So our whole game plan is falling apart very quickly. You'll recall I said we needed to get lucky. He's immune to Endless. Immune. We needed to get lucky, and we absolutely did not. We'll use the Descend. Get rid of this guy. Yeah, our Pyre is dead, so this is over. This went from potentially very, very strong, very, very good, to just very terrible pretty quickly. But, I mean, I can only blame myself for that really poor misplay at the end, and then be a little annoyed by the draw order. Because we just needed to start with the tank in hand, and then we would have been fine. But that's okay. We fell short on Covenant rank 9. We'll come back again next time, and we'll do a little bit better. See you next time. I said, see ya next time.